This is probably going to be our final question, and it could easily be an entire session. When Ronald Reagan was running for president, he had his own lighting designer that would travel with him, basically to light him and make him look healthy and not older. And it worked. And since he's been president, all the other presidents have the same thing. Do you have any tips on dealing with lighting various skin tones, be it people who haven't been in the sun or have different colors in their skin, that sort of thing? Anything that you approach the design with originally, or is it color testing, or what? Kevin, let's start out.
Okay. When I was at the North Carolina School of the Arts back in the 70s, there was a really, really wonderful choreographer that was on the faculty there, choreographer and dancer, and a lot of the kids, the students, dismissed her as being kind of a nutcase. In part because she would make grand pronouncements about lighting, about makeup, about costumes that were based on years and years and years of experience. And I remember very clearly, it was Roscoline days, she came into the theater and she said, "I only want to be lit with 842. Of course, the student lighting designers that were working on that, I was electrician on that particular one, I wasn't designing it, kind of went, yeah, okay, Pauline, we'll think about that. And so I pulled the lighting design faculty member aside afterwards and I said, "Ward, why did Pauline say 842? And he looked at me and he said, "Because she's old." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, 842 is going to warm up her skin tones without making her look pink and too young. It's that interior color. It has a lot of red inside of the lavender. It will work with just about any costume she wears without killing the colors of those costumes. But the most important thing is it's going to make her look healthy. And that's kind of where I learned that lesson of looking for the interior color and looking for what you are lighting and what color it needs. So particular tips, again, like I said before, you look at the skin tone, you find out what it needs in order to look healthy, because unless you're doing Ghost Sonata, you want everybody to look good on stage. So even, I just did a production that was set underwater at Notre Dame, and we used a lot of green because it was underwater. I still figured out a way to get some warm tones within there because I needed something to help. Even though they were wearing gray makeup, most of them, there were a couple of exposed skin tones, and I needed those not to go green. I needed them not to be dead, so that you had to work in a little tonality under the pervasive color so that you had something for the skin to respond to. So it's you look at the tone and you figure out a way to give it something that resonates with it.
As far as, like I said before, I'm a very touchy-feely designer, so if I can experiment, I will. And then, like I was showing you before, that I can't remember what color it was, but that pink is indeed a great pink on African American because it has that lavender element as well. But yeah, if you can experiment, please do. You'd be surprised to find the colors that work on different types of skin tones. Absolutely.